Wildcat fans, welcome into the 2014 JWU Cup Championship game. This is Assistant Athletic Director Chuck Charles from the Charlotte campus with you today. Tonight's championship matchup features the JWU Providence Wildcats against the JWU Charlotte Wildcats. The starters for each team: first for Providence, a 6'2" freshman guard from Pike Road, Alabama, number 0, Michael Kaiser. A 6'4" junior guard from Seekonk, Massachusetts, number 1, Tom Garrick. A 6'3" junior guard from New City, New York, number 4, Clayton Roker. A 6'3" junior guard from Westchester, New York, number 15, Quarry Greenaway. And a 6'1" junior guard from Providence, Rhode Island, number 22, Robert Lewis. Johnson & Wells Providence is coached by Jamie Benton. He's assisted by Rich Delasio, Pat Thame, and Dr. Tom Calabrese. For the homestanding Charlotte Wildcats, their starters are number 11, David Barcamento, a 5'10" freshman guard from Miami, Florida. DeQuincy Bennett, number 00, a 5'11" senior guard from Savannah, Georgia. Tiago Consecao, a 6'7" sophomore forward from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Number 5, Nick Crawford, a 6'2" junior guard from Atlanta, Georgia. And number 23, Ricky Porter, a 6'5" junior from right here in Charlotte. Charlotte is coached by Jim Cassiano in his first season. He's assisted by Gary Frazier, Claude Lewis, and Scott Woodward. We're about 1 minute away from tip here in the championship game with the JWU Cup. North Miami defeated Denver in the consolation game that ended about 20 minutes ago. So Denver claims 4th place, North Miami 3rd place, and these two teams will battle out for 1st and 2nd. And we jump it up to start the championship game, controlled by Charlotte. Diego Bargamento brings the ball across half court, gets it over to Ricky Porter, right wing, top of the key to Nick Crawford, back to Bargamento. Bargamento to Quincy Bennett. Crawford spins out of the double team, gets it to Bennett for three. It is no good. And Charlotte loses it out of bounds. It'll go over to Providence. Corey Greenaway has it and gets it to Tom Garrick. His three is no good. And Bennett corrals the rebound for Charlotte. He gets it to Nick Crawford. Crawford looking to get it to Thiago Conceicao. He loses it, but Ricky Porter ends up with it. His layup is good. Robert Lewis has it for Providence. Gets it over to Michael Kaiser, left corner. Now to Quarry Greenaway. His jumper good from 17 feet.
Quarry Greenaway.
Providence showing some three-quarter court pressure, which Charlotte beats. And Bargamento hits an 8-foot jumper for 2 Charlotte. Minute and a half gone by. Clayton Roker controls for Providence. He gets it over to Lewis. Garrick lines up another three, no good, and Conceicao gets the rebound for Charlotte. Bargamento hands it off to Crawford. Now back to Bargamento. His three is in the air, a little too strong. Rebound by Greenaway for Providence. Greenaway gets it to Roker. Now back out top to Greenaway. Driving on Crawford. Crawford knocks the ball away, but Greenaway regains control. Kaiser with it now, over to Garrick. Garrick drives the lane, puts up the runners, no good. And Conceicao controls the rebound for Charlotte. Crawford on the run out, decides to pull it back out to Bargamento. Now back to Crawford, down on the block to Porter. Porter looks to go inside, and he is fouled by Garrick. First personal on Garrick, also the team's first.
Johnson Wales Providence following for 1, Tom Garrick, his first. Checking in for Johnson.
Couple of quick substitutions for Providence. 14, Rudy Brito, and number 3, Jarrell Lawson coming to the game.
It'll be Johnson Wales,
Kaiser and Garrick. Bennett triggers in for Charlotte. It gets it to Crawford. Crawford out top to Bargamento now. Back to Crawford, 24 to shoot. Gets it to Conceicao, top of the key. Now hand off to Bargamento on the weave. Porter from Bargamento, cutting, and it's a charge on Porter. First foul on Porter.
Johnson
First foul on the team.
Offensive foul on number 23, Ricky Porter, his first team foul.
Roker has it, shoots the three for Providence. It's long. Porter gets the rebound. Quick outlet ahead to Crawford. Crawford dribbling through traffic, decides to pull it back out. Not much there. Gets it to Porter. Porter drives the lane, puts it up. No good. And Brito gets the rebound for Providence. He gets it up to Roker. Roker out to Greenaway. Greenaway looks to drives down the lane and travels. A Greenaway turnover will give it back to Charlotte, but not before Providence head coach Jamie Benton will get Tom Garrick back in the game and give Clayton Roker a break.
Providence number 1, Tom Garrick.
Conceicao inbounds it to Bennett. Providence picks up three-quarter court pressure. Bargamento now back to Conceicao to Bennett. Bennett gets it to Crawford over the timeline. Just does beat the 10-second count. Providence in a man-to-man defense. Bargamento over to Crawford, top of the key, gets it down to Conceicao. Conceicao works it in, scores, and is fouled.
Scored the basket, Thiago Conceicao.
Providence foul 14, Rudy Brito, his first, team second. Conceicao will go to the line for one shot.
Conceicao on the line, shooting 1.
Consecal shot long, but Crawford gets the offensive rebound and has the ball deflected out of bounds. So Charlotte will retain possession.
Out of bounds,
31
Charlotte
seconds to shoot.
basketball.
Bennett will trigger in for Charlotte. He throws it way out top to Crawford. Bargamento now gets it back to Crawford. Crawford looking to go to Porter on the right block. Porter turns, jump hook, no good. Rebound comes down to Lewis for Providence. Garrick's three for Providence is a little too strong, but they get the offensive rebound in the form of Jarrell Lawson, who's in the game. Greenway gets it out top, back into Garrick. Garrick back out to Brito. He finds Greenway open underneath, and they just foul.
Foul on the play. Johnson and Wales foul on number 5, Nick Crawford, his first.
Fouls on
team
Crawford,
foul.
his first, team's first. A team's second.
Greenway
will be at the line for 2 shots. Greenway's first is in and out, and that'll bring number 2, Tremaine Parker, in for Consecal. Parker had 22 last night in the win over Denver off the bench for Coach Jim Castellano and the Charlotte Wildcats. Greenway's second is good, and it's 6-3 Charlotte, 15:36 left in the first half. Providence continues with their 3-quarter court pressure. Charlotte's able to beat it again, and Jarrell Lawson commits a cheap foul for Providence, his first, team's third.
Johnson Wales Providence foul on number 3, Jarrell Lawson, his first, third team foul.
That will bring 21 Mike Clark in for Providence, and Rudy Brito have a seat on the Providence bench. Charlotte triggers in side court. Bennett to Crawford to Bargamento, now to Parker. Parker's spinning one-hander is no good, and Robert Lewis corrals the rebound for Providence. He quickly gets into the front court and doesn't have anything, so he'll back it back out. Lawson drives, shoots, and is fouled. So he'll go to the line for 2. Johnson & Wales foul on Tremaine Parker, his first, team's third.
Third team foul. Jarrell Lawson at the line for Johnson & Wales Providence, shooting 2.
Lawson, an 81% free throw shooter on the season. First one is good. 2 substitutions, both number 1s for Providence, Tom Garrett, and number 1 for Charlotte, Joshua Cohen into the game. Lawson's second, also good. Charlotte again working to get it above over half court against the trap, which they do, and that leads to a Ricky Porter layup. Clark over to Garrick. Garrick loses it out of bounds, but last touch by Charlotte, so Providence will retain possession, 26 to shoot, 14:45 on the game clock. Lewis over to Lawson. Lawson up top to Greenaway. He'll shoot the 3 short. Porter gets the rebound for Charlotte. He pushes it to Parker on the run out. Parker layup good. 10-5 Charlotte. 14:20 left. Greenaway has it at the top of the key. He gets it over to Lewis. Lewis back out top to Greenaway. Back to Lewis. Lewis with Bennett on him. Lewis will drive. Stops, pops, too long, gets his own rebound, and throws it off of a Charlotte player out of bounds.
Out of bounds will remain Johnson Wales Providence ball.
Lawson now, out top to Lewis. Lewis back to Lawson, left wing. Lewis top of the key, 3 short, gets his own rebound, gets to the basket, has a shot blocked, gets his own rebound, and then Joshua Cohen for Charlotte grabs the defensive board this time. He gets it to Nick Crawford, who has Lewis in his hip pocket as he goes all the way up the court. He leaves it to Quincy Bennett, just inside the line, but knocks it down for 2. And it's 12-5 Charlotte. Lewis quick on the other end, goes, attacks the basket, and gets a bucket. 12-7, 13:23 left. Providence again with a three-quarter court pressure. Charlotte looks to break, and they do with Parker. Parker leaves it off for Cohen. Cohen out top to Crawford, and Charlotte will reset with 20 on the shot. Parker now with Lawson on him, drives, running one-hander, no good. Greenway gets the rebound and saves it into Clark. Clark looks to push, and he turns it over. Steal by Joshua Cohen. He gets it off to Crawford. Crawford with Lewis on him. Throws it cross court to Bennett. Bennett finds Porter underneath. Porter turnaround layup, no good, and Lewis gets the rebound for Providence. Providence head coach Jamie Benton doesn't really like what he sees, and he'll call a timeout, try and settle his guys down. And there's been kind of helter-skelter on the offensive end for Providence the last several trips. He'll get Clayton Roker into the game, as well as Yadier Letelier, and David Bargamento will come in for Charlotte when we come out of the break.
Into the game for your Wildcats, number 25, Andrew Williams.
Also in for Charlotte, number 25, Andrew Williams. Really came in and provided a spark off the bench last night for Charlotte. Made some huge plays down the stretch in Charlotte's 71-66 win over Denver. Letelier drives the lane and loses it, but they call a reach-in foul on Tremaine Parker. Charlotte, his second, team's fourth.
Fourth team foul.
Providence a trigger out of bounds underneath with Roker throwing it in. Roker gets to the Greenaway, his layup up and good.
Greenaway.
Charlotte again inbounds against the three-quarter court pressure. They break it easily with Bennett now over to Cohen. Left wing, he finds a cutting Williams, but he can't handle the pass, and Letelier comes up with it for Providence. He gets it over to Roker. Roker down to Lawson in the left corner. Now back up top to Roker. Roker over to Greenaway. Greenaway will pump the three, way too long, and into the hands of Bennett. Bargamento now, across the timeline to Bennett, back out top to Bargamento. Bennett with Letelier on him, gets it to Parker. Parker has it stolen by Greenaway. Now there's a tie-up, and an alternating possession arrow will give it over to Providence. Roker gets it into the front court as Charlotte sits in a 2-3 zone over Greenaway. Now to Garrick. Garrick with Bennett on him. Now back out top to Roker. 20 to shoot for Providence. Garrick right wing, back to Roker. Roker to Lawson. Lawson back to Roker. Roker looks to drive. Takes a couple steps all the way to the hole, and Parker comes away with a rebound for Charlotte. He gets it to Andrew Williams across the timeline. Williams looks to attack Garrick. He finds Parker, top of the key. He'll drive, throws up a running one-hander, good off the glass. 14-9 Charlotte, 10:45 left first half. Garrick now out top to Lawson. Lawson loses it momentarily. He gets it over to Greenaway in the corner for three. Too strong. Greenaway gets his own rebound and lays it up good. Charlotte gets it in against the pressure once again. almost turns it over, and now they do turn it over. Lawson has it on the break for Providence. Providence to Letelier. His layup up and good. 14-13 Charlotte as Providence has cut the lead to 1. Bargamento now does not break the pressure by himself. A 10-second violation is called, and a turnover will give it back to Providence. Nick Crawford back in the game will give the Quincy Bennett a break.
Johnson Wales Providence ball.
Lawson over to Roker. Roker in the Greenaway. Greenaway gets it stripped and stolen away by Parker. Too much traffic for Greenaway. Parker loses it, gets it back, gives it to Williams. Williams drives, contact, layup good, no call.
Andrew Williams.
Garrick lines up the 3, which is short. Rebound down to Crawford, who looks to push for Charlotte. He'll give it to Cohen, who loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Providence. That'll give Charlotte coach Jim Cassiano a chance to get Ricky Porter back into the game. And Providence will get Robert Lewis and Michael Kaiser back into the game, replacing Letelier and number 3, Jarrell Lawson. Nick Crawford looks to trigger it in, and he gets it quickly to Porter, gets the ball up and on the rim and through. 18-13 Charlotte, 9:20 to play first half. Lewis out top 3, too strong, rebound, comes down to the floor, there's a scramble for it. Joshua Cohen is on it for Charlotte. There's a tie-up, jump ball, alternating possession will give it to Charlotte as there were 4 bodies on the floor scrambling for that ball that time. Everybody wants to give everything they can in the quest for the cup this afternoon. Bargamento has it for the Wildcats, now gets it to Crawford. Crawford across the timeline, takes it all the way in, leaves it for Porter. Porter goes up and is fouled. Porter will be at the line for 2 shots. Providence foul number 1, Tom Garrick. His second, team's 4th.
14th foul. Ricky Porter at the line for your Wildcats, shooting 2.
Porter shoots free throws at a 67% clip for the season. He'll have 2 here. First one up and a little bit long. They'll have another one coming. Second one up for Porter. This one too long as well, and Greenaway gets the rebound for Providence. Roker has it now off to Greenaway. Inside to Garrick, now back to Roker. Roker drives, looks to find Greenaway cutting to the hole. His shot up, no good. Kaiser gets the board. He can't find anybody. Now gets it out to Roker, out top to Lewis. Back to Garrick. Garrick throws it cross court to Roker. Roker top of the key, Lewis, now to Garrick, who fumbles it but controls, and he double dribbles. Turnover gives it back to Charlotte, 8:22 left. Charlotte leads by 5, 18-13. Lawson will be back in the game, giving Roker a break.
Providence, number 3, Jarrell Lawson.
Also back in for Charlotte, number 2, Tremaine Parker, he of the 2 personal fouls, and he'll give David Bargamento a breather. Porter has it now. His 18-footer, no good. Rebound, fought for and controlled finally by Lewis of Providence. Providence looks to push off the break. His pass tipped away and intercepted. Tipped away by Crawford, intercepted by Cohen. Cohen gets it off to Crawford, layup good. Charlotte goes up by 7, 20-13, 7:51 to play first half. Garrick over to Lawson, deep 3, short. Offensive rebound lost by Lewis, finally corralled by Crawford for Charlotte. And he'll look to push on the offense. He finds a cutting Andrew Williams, whose shot is blocked by Greenaway. Greenaway controls the rebound. Greenaway doing a little bit of everything for Providence right now. Lawson, corner three is good. 2016, Charlotte. Crawford works against Lewis. And he's called for a travel. That'll get Quincy Bennett back into the game.
It'll be Johnson and Wales, Providence ball.
And Andrew Williams will go out for Charlotte.
0 to Quincy Bennett.
Lawson has it now, top of the key to Garrick. Garrick with Parker on him, back to Lawson. His three up and good. That's 2 threes in a row for Lawson, and he brings Providence to within one at 20-19. Parker has it on the right wing for Charlotte. He looks to attack on Kaiser. Parker's runner no good. Ricky Porter has the offensive rebound, gets it to Quincy Bennett. Bennett will circle back out to Nick Crawford. Crawford back to Porter, turnaround 10-footer short, and Lawson comes down with the rebound for Providence. Lawson facing some pressure from Nick Crawford in the backcourt, but gets it to the front court. Over to Greenaway. Now to Garrick. Garrick off to Lewis. Lewis drives, throws up a wild running one-hander that finds the bottom of the net. Providence takes the lead 21-20, 6:05, and that'll call for a timeout from Charlotte coach Jim Cassiano. It is a full timeout.
Shout out to
Charlotte will once again trigger in, facing full court pressure from Providence. Bargamento back in the game. He gets it over to Bennett. Bennett back to Bargamento. They work the ball up the court, still not across the timeline yet. Bargamento finally gets it to Porter across the timeline, just beating the clock. He gets it off to Bennett. Bennett back to Bargamento. Top of the key, looking for Porter down low, but he's getting denied by Garrick. Now to Josh Cohen, back to Bargamento. Quincy Bennett pops out for the top for the three, no good. Ricky Porter chases down the offensive rebound, and he'll settle and reset the offense with a fresh shot clock for Charlotte. Tremaine Parker has it now, left wing. He dribbles in, looks for Porter. He loses it, but it goes straight to Bargamento. Over to Bennett, who leaves it for Josh Cohen, whose three is good. 43-21 Charlotte, 5:12 left first half. Greenaway now to Garrick. Garrick's three, no good. Joshua Cohen down with the defensive rebound for Charlotte. He brings it front court. As he's guarded by Lawson, and then he throws it away. He thought Tremaine Parker was going to dig, and Tremaine zagged. So we'll have 14 Rudy Brito coming in for Providence, and in for Charlotte, Tiago Consacao back in. And Nick Crawford back in as well. Providence will use a 30-second timeout here with 4:51 left, and Charlotte up 23-21. Providence triggers it in out of the timeout. Greenaway has it over to Lewis. Lewis back to Greenaway to Lawson. Lawson over to Lewis. He leaves it for Greenaway. Greenaway fakes the three, then dribbles. Now gives it back to Lewis. 21 to shoot. Lewis comes back top of the key. He finds Brito, who throws it away to Nick Crawford for Charlotte. Crawford quickly front court, but doesn't have anything, so pulls it back out. Finds Parker. Over to Bennett. Bennett has his pass deflected, but goes right to Parker. Parker looks for Consical. Consical can't get it, and Brito comes away with it for Providence. Brito loses it straight to Parker. Parker up, layup, no good. Gets the rebound, up again, no good. And Lawson finally controls for Providence. Brito now. Top key to Greenaway. Greenaway over to Lawson. Lawson looks to drive. His running 15-footer, no good. Rebound tipped over and controlled by DeQuincy Bennett for Charlotte. Crawford over to Parker. Now down low to Consical. He turns and lays it in. 25-21. Charlotte, 3:33 left, first half. Brito looks to drive. Gets cut off, throws it back out to Lawson, now over to Lewis. Greenaway lines up the three, it's no good. Parker grabs the rebound for Charlotte. Waits for the traffic to clear and then brings it up himself. He gives it off to Cohen. Cohen drives to the lane, throws up a running 10-footer, no good, but he's fouled. Providence foul number 22. Robert Lewis, his first, team's fifth. That'll put Joshua Cohen at the line.
Josh Cohen going to the line for your
Cohen, a 78% free throw shooter on the season. First one up and good. 26-21. In for Providence, number 23, Edson Dacey. And checking in for Charlotte, also 23, Ricky Porter. Dacey seeing his first action of the half. Cohen's second one, also good. 27-21, Charlotte. Lewis has it top of the key, over to Lawson. His three is in the air, short. Rebound comes down to Cohen of Charlotte. He gets it out on the break and has to pull up when he doesn't have any numbers. He does find Porter. Porter layup, no good. Consical, offensive rebound. Dacey has it top of the key for Providence. Over to Lewis. Lewis finds Kaiser. Kaiser dribbles into the double team. Now finds Greenaway, open underneath. His layup up and good. 29-23, 2:07 left first half. Charlotte has the ball in the front court. Bennett dribbles underneath, finds Cohen, leaves it for Consical. Consical puts it up and has it blocked out of bounds. 15 to shoot for Charlotte. 1:46 of the game, first half. Bennett throws it deep into the backcourt for Crawford. Crawford finds Porter. Porter turns and knocks it down. 31-23, 1:30 left. Greenaway on the other end can't get it to go. He gives it off to Lewis. Lewis back to Lawson. Lawson to Lewis. Lewis drives, runner no good. Crawford comes down with the rebound for Charlotte. He gets it ahead to Cohen. Cohen's layup up and good. 33-23 Charlotte, 1:04 left. Lawson, left wing, top of the key, back to Lewis. Lewis over to Greenaway. He lines up the three long. Rebound comes down to Cohen. Cohen on the push. Has Porter on the wing. Porter's layup good. 35-23 Charlotte. 33 seconds left in the half. Lawson, top of the key to Lewis. Lewis back to Lawson. Now down low to Greenaway. Greenaway turns and gets fouled.
Foul on the play. Johnson to Wales, Charlotte, foul on number 21, Tiago.
Foul on Tiago Conceicao, his first, team's fifth.
Foul.
Greenaway will be at the line for 2 shots.
At the
Greenaway hits the first, and now he'll have the second. It's good, 35-25, 27.4. Charlotte will hold for 1 to end the half. Crawford has it, 16 on the clock. Lawson on him. He gets by Lawson, takes it all the way to the hole and lays it in. The Red Seas parted for Crawford right there, and that was really easy 2-point bucket as Charlotte again takes a 12-point lead. Lewis scores just before the buzzer, and 37-27 was the halftime score.
And that is the end of the first half of
Charlotte,
play.
10-point lead into the break, 37-27. Here in the championship game of the 2014 JWU Cup. We'll be back at you in about 10 minutes with first half stats.
Halftime intermission. If anyone does find an ID, a Johnson Wales ID with Tyreek Frazier on it, Tyreek Frazier, if we find
Halftime stats first for Johnson & Wales Rhode Island. Corey Greenaway leads all scorers with 13 points. Jarrell Lawson has 8.
halftime stats, as
4
we go
for
into
Robert
the second
Lewis,
half of
2
play.
for Yadier Letelier.
Johnson Wales Providence shooting
Robert Lewis
32%
has
from
7
the floor.
rebounds, 3 rebounds each for
Leading
Greenaway,
scorers,
Jarrell Lawson.
Number 15, Corey Greenaway with 13 points and 3 assists.
2 steals
And
for
also
Greenaway,
Jarrell Lawson
1
with
each
8
for
points
Lawson
and
and
3 assists.
Letelier.
For
Providence
Johnson
shot
Wales, Charlotte,
32.4% from the field in the first half, 83.3% for the line.
With 11 points and 4 rebounds, Ricky
17
Porter.
total rebounds,
And
no
also
assists,
with
5
8
steals,
points and
7
5
turnovers for
rebounds,
27
number
points.
1, Josh Cohen.
For Charlotte, Ricky Porter had 11 points, Joshua Cohen with 8, 4 each for Tremaine Parker, Tiago Consacao, and Nick Crawford, 2 points for DeQuincy Bennett, David Bargamento, and Andrew Williams. All 8 Charlotte players that played in the first half scored. Charlotte shot 56.7% from the field, 60% from the free throw line. Out-rebounded Providence 21-17 at 6 assists, 4 steals, 6 turnovers for 37 points.
2014 JWU Cup Championship.
And we're back for the start of the second half.
JWU
Providence will trigger the ball inbounds. Providence comes back with Lewis, Kaiser, Garrett, Roker, and Greenaway. And Charlotte counters with Bargamento, Consical, Crawford, Bennett, and Porter. So the starters for both teams. Garrett gets his first points of the game with a layup, 37-29 Charlotte. Consical gets the ball to Bennett, front court. Back out now to Bargamento. 17 to shoot, top of the key, Porter into Consical, whose layup is good. 39-29 Charlotte. Greenaway, right wing, out top to Lewis. Over to Roker. Roker out to Garrick. Garrick back to Lewis. Down low to Greenaway. He dribbles back out. Garrett looks to drive. His shot blocked by Consical. Gets it back with 10 to shoot. Scramble for the ball. And we have a tie-up. And alternating possession will give it over to Charlotte.
Jump ball. It'll be Johnson Arroyo, Charlotte ball.
Checking in for Providence, number 35, Julian Bolton.
Number 35, Julian Bolton.
I believe this is Julian's first action of the tournament. Providence shows some token pressure, but then quickly backs off. Bargamento now with it. He gets it over to Crawford. Crawford, top of the key to Porter. Porter back to Crawford. Crawford will look to drive on Lewis, gets to the hole, gets his shot blocked, and it goes off of Crawford out of bounds over to Providence. Providence will work on offense against the Charlotte 2-3 zone. Lewis has it. Over to Roker. Roker cut off top of the key to Garrett. Garrett down to Greenaway. Greenaway steps out of bounds and turns it over. Bennett now to Porter. Consical calling for the ball on the block. Bargamento gets it to him. He turns and too strong. Garrick down with the rebound for Providence. He'll take it all the way on himself across the timeline. Now finds Roker. Roker back to Garrick, top of the key, over to Lewis, right, left wing. Lewis uses a screen to get it to Roker. Roker drives and he steps out of bounds in the same spot Greenaway did, and he turns it over. That'll quickly get subs off the bench for Charlotte, Tremaine Parker, and for Providence, Jarrell Lawson, and number 14, Rudy Brito for Providence into the game.
For Johnson Wales, Charlotte, number 2, Tremaine Parker.
Again, Charlotte works against the Providence pressure, but they get it across half court. Bargamento now. He throws it past Parker, wasn't expecting the pass, and Charlotte turns it over. Lewis now top of the key, and he is fouled.
Foul on the play.
Foul is on Nick Crawford, his second, team's first of the half.
His second, first team foul.
Greenaway fakes the three, steps in and takes the 15-footer that's good. 39-31 Charlotte. Bennett over to Parker. Parker looks to drive. His 15-footer, good.
Tremaine Parker.
couple of shot attempts for Bolton. Neither one finds the bottom of the net, and Porter comes down with a rebound for Charlotte. He finds Crawford, who lines up a three for Quincy Bennett that's good. 44-31 for Charlotte. 16-16 left to play. Championship game. Lewis out to Lawson, top of the key, Greenaway. Greenaway will look to drive the lane. His shot no good. Bargamento corrals the rebound for Charlotte, and he looks to push in transition. Bargamento all the way to the hole, and he commits the charge. You can see that one coming a mile away. Lewis was there to take the charge, and Bargamento obliged him with that fact. That's the first foul on Bargamento, second team foul. Joshua Cohen will come in, and Bargamento will have a seat on the bench and get a talking to from Coach Cassiano.
Charlotte foul on number 11, David Bargamento. His first second team foul.
Lawson, right wing for Providence, now to Greenaway. His three in and out. Rebound off of Providence, and it'll go over to Charlotte. Cohen gets an inbounds from Parker. Now back to Parker. Parker faces the double team. Now he gets it to Crawford. Across the timeline to Cohen. Cohen, top of the key, Porter. Porter looks to drive. His layup no good, but Cohen gets the offensive rebound, and Charlotte will reset with a fresh shot clock. Crawford hands off to Bennett. Bennett over to Cohen. Cohen looking for Porter, can't find him, now gets it to Bennett. Now back to Parker, 13 to shoot. Over to Crawford, his 18-footer up off the rim, no good. And Lawson finally comes down with a rebound for Providence. He looks to push it. Garrett gets it back to Lawson, out to Lewis, and Providence throws it away. Checking in for Charlotte is Andrew Williams.
Charlotte, number 25, Andrew Williams.
And he will replace Ricky Porter. Bennett gets it in the backcourt, hands it off to Parker. Parker will look to push to get it over half court. Plenty of time. Now hands it off to Crawford. Crawford, Bennett on the right wing. Now back to Parker, top of the key. Parker drives foul line, leaves it for Williams. Can't find any hole there. Drives through the lane, back out to the right wing. Throws it to Crawford, who's all alone under the basket. His layup up and good. 46-31, Charlotte, 14-17 left. And Providence coach Jamie Benton doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to spend a timeout. It is a full team timeout. Providence will trigger it in out of the timeout. 46-31 Charlotte, 14:08 left to play in the 2014 JWU Cup Championship game. Mike Clark is into the game for Providence out of the timeout. He finds Lewis, corner three, good for Robert Lewis. 46-34. The Charlotte lead trimmed to 12. Crawford pass down court underneath Andrew Williams, wide open for the layup. 48-34, 13:35 left to play. Garrick, right wing, over to Clark at the top of the key. He gets the Greenaway screen. He leaves it off for Lawson, down in the corner to Lewis. Back out top to Lewis, Lawson to Clark. Now Garrick will look to drive. His shot is blocked, and they'll call a block on Andrew Williams. He was inside the restricted arc where you can't take a charge, and so the block will be called, and Tom Garrick will be at the line for 2 shots. That's Williams' first foul, team's third.
13 foul. Tom Garrick at the line for Johnson Wales Providence, shooting 2.
Garrick's first shot is good. Garrick's second one, also good. 48-36 Charlotte. And we have a whistle. I don't think the shot clock started. Crawford has the ball. Over to Bennett, now back to Crawford. Top of the key, Parker, he'll line up the three. Perfect. 51-36, 12:59 to play. Garrick gets the ball for Providence. He'll look to drive. His shot blocked by Parker, out of bounds. Checking in for Charlotte, number 11, David Bargamento, and number 23, Ricky Porter.
Number 11, David Bargamento, and number 23, Ricky Porter.
Joshua Cohen and Andrew Williams will have a seat. Providence triggers it in underneath. Greenaway over to Garrick. Now Greenaway gets it back, and he throws it away in the backcourt. Backcourt violation. They'll give the ball over to Charlotte.
Backcourt violation by Johnson & Wales Providence. It'll be Johnson & Wales Charlotte ball.
By my count, that is the 12th Providence turnover on the game. Bennett triggers it in to Bargamento in the backcourt for Charlotte. He has Greenaway on him. Now over to Bennett, the wing. Bennett pulls up for the 18-footer. No good, but he is fouled. Providence foul on number 21, Mike Clark, his first. Team's first. That'll send the Quincy Bennett to the line, where he shoots it at 85.7% on the season.
Charlotte Wildcats.
Bennett's first one is up and in the bottom of the net. Bennett's second one rims out, and Garrett controls for Providence. 52-36, 12:27 left. Lewis, top of the key to Clark. Clark looks to drive. Free throw lane jumper is good, 52-38. Bargamento has it inbounds for Charlotte. He gets it over to Crawford. Crawford to Porter, who turns it over to Clark. Clark drives the lane, throws up the running layup, and it's good, 52-40. Providence finally gets a turnover off their pressure. Bennett has it now for Charlotte. He faces the double team. He gets over to Parker. Parker with Greenaway on him. Gets past Greenaway, drives, layup, good. Providence with a pushback after Parker's bucket gives Charlotte a 54-40 lead. Lawson in the corner with Crawford on him. Out top to Lewis, over to Clark. Lewis now looks to drive. He almost lost it, but regains control. Clark will launch a long three. Front rim, no good. Bennett clears for Charlotte. He'll look to push. Layup blocked out of bounds. And it'll be Charlotte ball. Garrick was able to get back and get the block to keep Bennett from scoring. That'll bring Tiago Concecal back in the game for Bennett. And Providence will counter with number 0, Michael Kaiser. And he'll spell Jarrell Lawson. 29 to shoot for Charlotte as they trigger inbounds. Bargamento gets it on the right wing. He'll look to drive, kicks it to Ricky Porter. Porter shot fake, drives and scores. 56-40 Charlotte, 11-12 left to play. Lewis gets the ball over to Clark, now to Garrick. Garrick leads it off for Greenaway, whose shot is in and out, and Crawford collects the rebound for Charlotte. Crawford looking to push. He'll find Concecal streaking up court. His layup no good, and Kaiser collects the rebound for Providence. Clark has it, 8-footer no good. Concecal gets the rebound. He'll hand it off to Crawford, and Crawford will get it to Bargamento, and Charlotte will look to run offense here. 10:35 left, and Coach Cassiano will call a timeout. 56-40 Charlotte, 10:35 left. As he's having a conversation with the referee about what he wants. It'll be a full team timeout.
Hey, Wildcat fans, I need somebody to find Wildcat with him, post a picture with him on.
We have a score update from North Miami. It's 17:57 left in the second half of that championship game. And the North Miami Lady Wildcats are up 45-22 over Denver. Again, 17:57 left in that game. Back out of the timeout, Charlotte will trigger in from just in front of head coach Jim Cassiano. 56-40 Charlotte, 10:34 left to play in the championship game in the 2014 JWU Cup. Crawford gets it inbounds, almost gets it stolen by Clark, but he recovers. He gets it over to Porter, 18-foot jumper, good. 58-40 Charlotte. Clark now to Garrick, he'll line up the three, it's good. 58-43, 10-12 left to play. Crawford over to Bargamento. He drives, has it tipped away, but it goes right to Tremaine Parker, and Parker travels and turns it over.
Traveling violation on Johnsonville Wales Charlotte. It'll be Johnsonville Wales Providence ball.
Clark has it now, over to Garrick. Garrick looking to drive on Porter, he gets it to Greenaway. Greenaway inbounds against Crawford, his layup rolls out. Concecal clears the rebound for Charlotte, and Crawford will look to push. He gets cut off by Clark, has to circle back, and he'll let things settle out. Crawford finds Porter inside, jump hook, good.
Porter from Nick Crawford.
Clark now top of the key, finds Greenaway at the free throw line. He leaves it off for Lewis. Lewis shot blocked by Parker. Rebound comes out to Crawford. Charlotte will look to push. Crawford to Bargamento. Layup good. 62-43, 9:04 left to play. Clark throws a pass that wasn't looking for to Greenaway. Rick Crawford picks it up, gives it to Bargamento for the easy layup. 64-43 Charlotte. And Providence head coach Jamie Benton has seen enough. His team is down by 21 points with 8:45 left to play. And he calls a timeout. It is a full timeout. Out of the timeout, checking into the game for Providence, number 5, Christian Terrell, number 23, Edson Dacey, also number 24, Yadier Letelier, 14, Rudy Brito, and 3, Jarrell Lawson. So all 5 players are new for Providence. Brito's 3, no good. Rebound, lost out of bounds off of Providence. It'll go over to Charlotte. Charlotte has their same 5 out of the timeout: Parker, Crawford, Porter, Bargamento, and Consical. Providence still sticking with the 3/4 court pressure. Crawford will break that, get the ball over half court, and he is fouled. Foul has been charged to Providence's number 14, Rudy Brito, his second, team second of the half.
Number 23, Edson Dacey, his first, second team foul.
Correction, that foul is on Edson Dacey, not Brito. So that's Dacey's first, and Brito has one. Another foul spotted, number 5, Providence, Christian Terrell, trying to fight through a screen. He commits his foul. Josh Cohen comes in the game, replacing Bargamento, who did some really nice things for head coach Jim Cassiano when he was in there in the last stretch. Cohen triggers it into Consical, now back to Cohen, out top to Crawford. 32 to shoot for Charlotte. Crawford gets it over to Parker. Parker will look to drive, feeds it to Porter, who loses it, but Cohen collects it for Charlotte. 15 to shoot, and they'll reset. Crawford has it now, out by the Wildcat center jump circle. 8 to shoot. He looks to drive, and he is bumped and fouled. Foul is on Jarrell Lawson, his second, team fourth. And things are getting a little chippy between the two teams. We have a double technical foul. The refs are going to talk about it here, but they signaled a double technical. One on each side.
Johnson of Wales foul, a technical foul on number 5, Nick Crawford.
Apparently there was only one technical foul. The foul is on Nick Crawford of Charlotte. That is his third and the team's fourth.
Again, the original foul on the play was on number 3, Jarrell Lawson. That was his second. Providence's fourth.
The original foul was on Jarrell Lawson.
On number 5, Nick Crawford. And that's his third foul.
Providence will call a timeout. That'll leave them with 1 for the final 7:36 of the game. Game reset here, 64-43 Charlotte. And we have a personal foul on Lawson of Providence and then a technical foul on the dead ball on Crawford of Charlotte. So we should have shots for Providence coming out of this timeout, and then Charlotte should retain possession underneath their own basket. Apparently there won't be free throws. Charlotte will inbound it, and it comes to DeQuincy Bennett, who gets it to Tremaine Parker, who throws it in for the layup.
Parker!
66-43, 7:27 left. Turnaround by Julian Bolton is no good for Providence. Nick Crawford clears the rebound away for Charlotte. Crawford gives it to Ricky Porter. His layup up and good. 68-43 Charlotte, 7 minutes left. Bolton gets the ball, high post free throw line. He kicks it out to Lawson. Lawson over to Dacey. Dacey's three is up and good.
3-point basket.
68-46. That's Dacey's first points of the game. I believe his first points of the tournament as well. Crawford quickly front court. He gets it to Bennett. Bennett's front court from 17 is good. 70-46. 6:29 left. Bolton now has it for Providence. He gets it out to Lawson. Lawson pumps the three. That's good. 70-49.
Basket, Jarrell Lawson.
And Crawford turns it over against the Providence pressure. Jim Cassiano for Charlotte will get David Bargamento back in the game and give Nick Crawford a breather. As Providence will throw in baseline right. Lawson has it. He'll pump the three. Good. And Providence has come alive from the three-point line all of a sudden. 70-52 Charlotte, 5:53 left. And a travel is called on Bargamento. He turns it back over to Providence. And now Providence with a definite sense of urgency, looking to go and go quickly. Lawson has it. Now he gets it out to Dacey. Dacey out to Brito. Brito gets it into Bolton. His jumper no good. Josh Cohen with the rebound for Charlotte, and he is fouled by Bolton. That'll be Bolton's first foul, fifth on the team.
Johnson of Wales, Providence foul on number 35, Julian Bolton, his first, 15 foul. Excuse me, 16 foul.
Crawford will come back into the game for Charlotte, replacing Cohen after a brief rest. Parker will trigger in for Charlotte. He gets it to Bargamento. Bargamento against Brito. He'll work to go pull it up court. Bargamento takes it all the way, throws it up, and doesn't get it to go, but he is fouled. So he'll go to the line for 2 shots. The foul is on number 14, Rudy Brito, his second, team 7th. Bargamento at the line for 2. His first one is up and back iron and falls through.
David Bargamento at the line for your Wildcat shooting line.
Bargamento second up and perfect. 72-52 Charlotte, 5:13 to play. Dacey has it for Providence. He drives, running layup is good. Charlotte quickly gets it inbounds before the Providence pressure can truly get set. Parker has it and will bring it up front court. He'll take a deep 3. Perfect. Wow. 75-54. I don't know if that's the shot that Jim Cassiano wanted, but I think he'll take the result. 75-54 Charlotte, 4:41 to play. And now Parker commits the reach-in foul. That'll be Parker's third, 15 in the half. Providence, will trigger out of bounds underneath. They get it into Bolton. It's immediately stolen by Parker, and he'll run out on the break. Gives it to Bargamento. Layup good. 77-54. Lawson back front court for Providence. He gets it to Dacey. Dacey's deep 3 is good. 77-57. 4:20 to play. Crawford loses Dacey in the backcourt. He goes all the way, hands it to Parker. Parker loses it. Bargamento picks it up. Good. And the left baseline, 79-57. Kaiser's shot blocked by Crawford. Rebounded by Parker for Charlotte. Parker, 18-footer, short. And Kaiser grabs the rebound for Providence. That's one of the only shots that hasn't gone in for Charlotte in some time. Dacey left all alone by the Charlotte defense. He scores to make it 79-59 with 3:37 left. Coach Jim Cassiano wants to get a timeout for Charlotte, but he wants to get the ball in front of him before he calls it. Now he'll call a timeout after the ball is over half court. It'll be a full timeout for Charlotte. They'll have 3 remaining. Coach Jamie Benton has 1 timeout left for Providence. 79-59, 3:28 left to play in the 2014 JWU Cup Championship game. Down in North Miami, Denver is trying to claw back into it. North Miami leads Denver 55-43 with 8 minutes left. We'll keep you posted on that one as much as we can as we head down to a finish in our game here in Charlotte. Out of the timeout, Charlotte comes back out with Porter, Parker, Bargamento, Bennett, and Crawford. Providence counters with Bolton, Kaiser, Lawson, Brito, and Dacey. Parker has it on the wing for Charlotte. He finds Bargamento. Bargamento finds Crawford in the corner. 11 to shoot into the block to Porter. His turnaround up and in. (81-59), 3 minutes left. I've got Providence SID extraordinaire Dan Booth beside me, and both of us are marveling at the fact that Charlotte's shooting nearly 70% for the game. That's hard to do when you're in your driveway by yourself at home. Providence misses and Charlotte grabs the rebound as they'll look to kind of burn some clock here, up 81-59, 2:30 to play. Parker now has it. 13 to shoot. He'll take an 18-footer. That's good. Charlotte simply cannot miss. (83-59), 2:17 to play. Dacey has the ball. Right wing. He leaves it off to Lawson. His three, no good. Rebound to Bargamento. He's on the push for Charlotte. Going to take it all the way. Layup. Good. And a foul. Bargamento goes down hard. Landed on his back. We'll check and see if he's okay. He may have hit his head as well.
Johnson Wales, Providence foul number 3.
The foul is on Lawson, his third, 8th team foul. Bargamento will go to the line for one shot. 85-59. Charlotte with 2:05 left.
David Bargamento at the line for your Wildcats shooting one.
Bargamento shot up and short. Dacey controls for Providence. Under 2 to play. He gets it to Kaiser. Kaiser fakes the three. Gives it out to Palmills, who's in the game. Naeem Palmills in the game for the first time for Providence. Now over to Lawson. Out to Bolton. Bolton to Kaiser. Kaiser drives. A running layup is good. 85-61, 1:39 to play. Timeout, Jim Cassiano for Charlotte is a 30-second timeout.
Johnson Wales, Charlotte, a 30-second.
I think the result of this game is going to send some shockwaves around the JWU campuses. Not necessarily for the fact that Charlotte won, but maybe by the margin that they won by. But when you're going to shoot over 70% for the game, not a lot of teams are going to beat you. Maybe Kentucky, maybe Duke, but that might be about it. .131 left to play, 28 on the shot clock. Charlotte will inbounds. Down in North Miami, the host team has pulled back ahead of Denver 59-45 with under 8 minutes to play in that one. So it's looking more and more like the two host schools are going to have the trophies stay in their trophy cases, at least for the next year. Parker has it, he'll drive, feeds it off to Crawford. He won't shoot. It's going to burn clock here, Charlotte is. Cohen now has it. He drives the lane, his shot up and good. Why not? 87-61, minute 7 left. Parker commits a silly foul in the backcourt. That'll be his 4th and the team's 6th.
Johnson Wales, Charlotte, foul number 2, Jermaine Parker, his 4th.
1 minute to play exactly. Kaiser has it, he drives, layup, no good. Parker down with the rebound for Charlotte. He hands it off to Crawford in the front court. 23 to shoot, 42 in the game. No hurry either way for Charlotte. They probably don't even need to shoot. Up by 26. Parker now holds it. 6 to shoot, 5, 4, 3. Parker, three-pointer on the way. 19.1 left, 90-61 Charlotte. 10 seconds to go. Providence throwing it around. Not much they can do now. Bolton has it. He'll just hold it as the clock ticks down. And it's all over. 90-61 is the final. Charlotte comes home victorious in the 2014 JWU Cup. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us today and this weekend. We've had a pleasure bringing you this game. And glad you had I am Athletic Director, Assistant Athletic Director, signing off for Charlotte. Congratulations to all of our teams for their great play this weekend. We'll see you next time.